Hello. Today we're going to start modeling this of contemporary architecture, the Farnsworth house by Mies van der Rohe. Why are we going to start doing this? Well, first, because it's a masterpiece of modern architecture. Second, because it's simple. So Mies van der Rohe reduced the architectural elements to the minimum elements that make up a building. And it's quite easy to model this house, this single family house, in Revit or any other software. And in addition, we have plenty of documents and pictures so that you can do a research on what the Farnsworth house is like. As I told you, we have a lot of documents, and to start analyzing this house, we need to download plans, sections, and elevations. So there are a lot of, if you just Google Farnsworth house plans, you see that we have plenty of documents, but we're looking for something that gives us more information. Okay, so we need, especially we need dimensions. We need something like this. Okay, so we need to know dimensions. We need, at least we need a graphic scale so that we can measure things in the software that we're going to use. Okay, so we need something like that. We need a north sign too. So we see that this is the south, the north is this way, and you enter the house through the south. Okay, I'm going to download this picture and I'm going to start analyzing this. Before doing anything with Revit, I will start analyzing the picture. Okay, this is the plan of the house, and as I told you, we have to analyze different things. So the first thing we have to understand is that there are some elements, this, and this here. These are the structural elements of the house. Those are steel columns. This house is made of steel. And if you see they're lined up, this is important in this kind of architecture because you see that even this platform, it has structural elements, so we can understand that there are axes here and all these elements are lined up here. We have this element, and I bet that there's something missing in this drawing. There should be another one here. So this is the structure of the house. Then the second important element is the envelope. In this case, the house is transparent and the envelope is made of glass. But there's a difference between outdoors and indoors. You see that there is a door. So what's the envelope of the house? So you see that we have glass here. This is the building envelope, and this is the door. So we enter the house through this, and everything is transparent. So we have views. We can't open these windows, but we can look through the windows. So that's the envelope. The blue line is the envelope of the house. And finally, you see that inside we have something. What do we have? You see that there's a free plan, so there is no difference between the dining area, the office area, living, and the sleeping area or the kitchen. Okay, so everything is open. So you can go around this without any internal partition. But there is something, we need some privacy. We need some privacy in 2 bathrooms, And there's a mechanical room where this is not for privacy, but we need a lot of machines that will run the house. Okay, so that's why we have this mechanical room here. So this element we have inside the house is the only opaque element we have here. Okay, there are two bathrooms. This bathroom, there's a mechanical room, and this is the kitchen. So we have cabinets here, and this is the kitchen. Okay, so we have studied the house, and we have identified structural elements. We have identified the envelope, and then we have identified internal partitions. We have to analyze the section as well. This is the section. And well, first we have to identify the same elements that we have identified in the plan. So if we are using a red color for the steel columns, those are the steel columns, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, then we would need something here. We would need foundations, but we're not going to talk about this. But from the structural point of view, all the loads are directed to the soil, to the ground floor. This is the line of the floor, and then we have to distribute those loads. So that's why we need the foundations. Okay, but those are the steel structural columns. Where is the envelope? The envelope is this. Okay, so in the section, this is the glass area. And where are these partitions? Well, as you can see, this is transparent, and we can see that element. This is where the bathrooms, the mechanical room, and the kitchen is. So this is that opaque element inside the house. This is the section, this is a long section, and this is a short section. Well, in this case, this is a west elevation, but we can start by identifying the elements. This is this internal element. Then this is the steel structure here. And finally, we have a glass here. Okay, so in the section, we can talk about two different things. We have the structure, we have the envelope, we have the internal partitions, but we have at least we need the floor and we need the roof. So this is the floor slab, and this is the roof. In this section, this is the roof, and this is the floor. Okay. As you can see, there is air going through that space. Here we have a crawl space that it's not closed, so the air can circulate through that space. And here we have another lower terrace, because there is like a transition between outdoors and indoors. So this is outdoors and this is indoors. But people can go, there's someone here. This guy is outdoors. So the first thing you can do is to go upstairs, that you're here. And you're in a space in which you don't have a roof, but at least you are stepping on something that is artificial. And finally, you get into the porch. Okay, so the next step would be to get into this porch. You're not indoors yet. And then when you enter the building, here you are indoors. Okay, so there is a transition between someone who is outdoors. Then the first move you can do is to go upstairs, and you are on this outdoor or lower terrace. Then you go upstairs again, you are in this porch, and finally you are indoors. The same thing happens in this plan. So this is the lower terrace. This is the porch. And finally, this is the indoor space. So this is the outdoor space. Then we go up. We are at the lower terrace. Then we go up again. We are in the porch. And finally, we enter the space.